Planet Spark, sparking the joy of learning in children. Hello, in this session we will learn about Planet Spark teaching content. You are aware that Planet Spark delivers teaching material to you at your doorstep. This is used by you to teach children during Planet Spark classes. We will now tell you more about our teaching content so that you can understand and familiarize yourself with it. First, let us understand what are the various components of the teaching material that you get from us. The first component is the student module. This is the module a student uses during the class. The second component is the game board. It's used by the student to play an exciting learning game on the topic that is being taught in the class. Next are the game cards. These are to be used by the child for playing the game on the game board. The cards are to be mounted on our playful asset called Wonder Windows. Then we have a spinner as part of our teaching material. Spinner is used by a student to play the game on game boards. It's a lovely artifact that adds a great surprise element for the child. As another component, we have a huge library of educational videos on all topics and concepts. These are for the child to consume during and before the class. Next up, we have videos for you and the child to understand the rules of the game and how the game is to be played. We call these game understanding videos. Please pause this video to have a closer look at each one of these components. Now let's take a look at each one of these components one by one. Student modules. These are learning modules that students use during classes, and you get these from us for every student enrolled in your learning planet. This is how our student modules look like. These are completely aligned to the child's school curriculum and are self-learning modules. These are some of the snapshots and stills from various sections of our student modules. These modules are structured in the framework of our teaching methodology, which is the STEPS methodology. You will learn about STEPS methodology in a subsequent lesson. One student module lasts for 2 to 3 classes depending on the child's pace and the topic being taught. Now let's move on to the next component of our teaching material, which is the game boards. Game boards are A4 size colorful prints that are to be used by the child for playing the learning games. This is how some of our game boards look like. Every student module comes along with one such game board. Students really enjoy playing on these game boards, and your role as a teacher is to act as a facilitator of these games. The games are completely aligned to the topic covered in the corresponding student module and make the child highly engaged in what is being learned. The next components of our teaching material are the game cards and the spinner. Game cards and spinner are used by students to play the game on the games board. This is how our games card and spinners look like. They are great tools to randomize and enhance the player experience and add an element of surprise and wonder which the kids love. The children draw the cards and spin the spinner to play the learning games. The game cards and the spinner are sent to you along with the student module and the game boards. Now let us have a look at the next component, the game understanding videos. To play the game effectively, it is important to first understand how to play it and what are the rules. The rules of the game and the learning objectives must be absolutely clear to you as a teacher to facilitate it properly for the child. Here we have our collection of videos for you to understand how to play the game. You have to see these videos before the class and show it to the child during the class to help you and the child understand the dynamics of the game completely. This is how our game understanding videos look like. Overall, these are the complete set of components of our teaching material. Now you have a better idea of our teaching content and how it is structured. In future lessons, we will train you on how to effectively use these components in a class. Thanks for watching. Planet Spark, sparking the joy of learning in children.